What's up, guys? This is your boy Dalton here from TCG Buzz, and I'm bringing you something a little new. I'm bringing you a top 10. I'm bringing you Dalton's top 10 drums. We're going to start this off with number 10, OG. We got to go original. We have to go original. Drum Bunker Dragon. Size 2 with stats of 5/3/5, call cost of 1, putting top card of deck into soul. Nothing too flashy, but you can't argue with the original. It's just magnifique. Gonna roll on to number 9. Number 9 comes in Drago Wizard Magician Drum. Size 2, call cost of 1 gauge with stats of 5/2/2, with one very amazing skill, Mega Blast. If you're at 5 life or less, pay 6 gauge, pop monster and center on your opponent's field, and deal 4 damage. So in a sense, it's like drum attack twice to the same monster to deal penetrate damage 4. But let's be honest, it's Magic World. They can't do that. Moving on to number 8. I have one of my personal favorite cards in Buddyfight, Blue Sky Knight's Drum Bunker Dragon. A lot of you are going to disagree because, oh, it's a Blue Sky Knight. Blue Sky Knights aren't that good, except for Blue Sky Knight's Boomerang Dragon and Systemic Dagger Dragon. Whatever. I say this card's top notch. With stats of 5/2/3, call cost of 1 gauge, and you may place a Blue Sky Knight's from hand into a soul, and with probably a very good skill. When he attacks, you gain 1 life. It's a miracle. It's a miracle, I say. Now let's mosey on down to number 7. Number 7 is Emergency Launch Decker Drum. 6/2/4 with the call cost of 1 gauge. And his skill, when he links attacks with another superhero, stand 1 card in the link attack. If that card happens to be the card you are transformed into, burn a damage. Who can argue with a free damage dealing? I can't. That's good. It's just as good as gaining life. What's not to love? Let's go on down to number 6. Number 6, we got Crimson Battler Drum Bunker. 5/3/2 for stats with call cost of pay 1 gauge. Top card of card goes into soul. Gains penetrate when you have a fist item equipped, which in Crimson Battlers you're never not gonna have a fist equipped. Let's be honest. Not too much on Crimson besides he ended off Gao and for his buddy in the 100 series for the drum. I miss you, drum. It's been so long. Go on to number 5. Number 5, we have Rescue Dragon Justice Drum. 5/2/5, call cost of 1 gauge. And when he attacks, if you're transformed, you stand him again. So, boom, you attack one monster, he stands. Attacks another monster, stands. Attacks another monster, stands. And attacks the opponent. Bada bing, bada boom. In cahoots with Prominence Burst gains a crit for each monster you destroy. Like, you can't argue with that. You can't. Go on to number 4. Number 4, we're going to have a promo drum here. Super Deformed Drum. He is a size 1 with the stats of 2/1/2 with a skill. Pay a gauge, call a drum from drop on top of this card by paying their call cost. Can't argue with that. Certain builds that you will run it in, probably Super Armor Dragon Drum or 5th Omni Kaiser Drum or Crimson Battler, or not Crimson Battler, but 5th Omni Crimson Drum. You can't argue with that. You have to run it. It's like a 2 of, if anything. 2 of, max. Going on to number 3, we're going to stick with the size 1 drums. And we got Drum Bunker SD. Stats of 2/1/2. And his skill, go towards tomorrow. You can just see it now. If it's in the drop zone and a drum monster enters the field, you may pay a gauge. You can either put it into the soul of that drum, or you can call him. Either gain an extra attack, or gain an extra soul. It's a very hard choice, but we all know what we must do. Put it into the soul. Put it into the soul. Coming in at number 2, we have 5th Omni Super Dragon Lord, Kaiser Drum. 10/3/5 for stats with the Omni keyword, meaning he could be played in any deck at least with 1 of. In Dragon World, obviously that's 4 copies. Then call cost of pay 2 and call on top of a monster with drum in its name, with 2 skills. First skill is going to be once your life hits 0, you may discard a card from soul, and your life becomes 1. It's a revive. And with the certain ways you build the deck around him, you can have like 5 souls. So you can do it each turn your opponent knocks you down to 0. Second skill, probably the more favorable skill, the one that people always use. At the start of your attack phase, you may pop a card on your opponent's field. So you're playing Katana World, they put out a lethal formation. No, pop that at the beginning of my attack phase. I ain't gonna worry about that. And coming in at number 1, we have Inverse 5th Omni Lord, Hellfire No. I gotta be real here. It sucks. It's horrible. It's crap. It's not number 1. It can never be number 1. Wanna know who is though? 5th Omni Lord Drummond. It's the original 5th Omni, but I feel it's better than Kaiser just because with the stats of 635, obviously it's not as powerful in offense, but still the same defense. With the Omni keyword, call cost pay 1 gauge, put the top card of the deck into soul, and if you're at 6 life or less, you take damage. You get to pop a monster. It's just a little bit more consistent, and people are still going to target it just like they would target Kaiser, but it's 5th Omni, and he's only a secret, and Kaiser's a triple. Secret, triple, gotta go with that secret. So that wraps up my top 10 here, guys, for you. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to TCG Buzz, and leave a comment on another top 10 or top 5 I should do. If you want Jacob on here, guys, you can comment that too, but let's be honest. I'm what you're looking at, not the blind guy. So thanks again, guys, for watching this top 10. Remember, stay classy.